What a pro wants. What a pro needs.
Fucking cut.
Boom!
I'll grab it.
Aaron Rodgers, we were just talking about football.
Hot start.
Yep. We can cut that out and restart.
Speaking of looking better than ever, that hat goes hard, Ticks. Kind of like it.
Tell you.
We're the ones. You're the twos. International Wake Up. Welcome back. Episode 50. We finally made it, boys.
We're here.
We're here. Never thought we'd make it, but we're here. Episode 50.
Half
Big
century.
5-0.
That's right.
Half century. Yeah, you're right.
Half century.
As always, review our hot takes from our last episode. Dylan said the Penguins will be in dead last in the Eastern Conference at the time of the next podcast.
Close.
I don't know what they're currently ranked, but they're on a heater right now. So,
Well,
Tristan Johnson said.
well, it wasn't at the last two games. It was at when they lost their 4 in a row. Buffalo also lost their 4 in a row, and I was really banking on them to win some, and they didn't win any, so we didn't move anywhere.
yikes. Well, we're not in last. We're close, but we're not in last. And Corey said that number 17 Kentucky was going to upset number 1 Auburn.
Smacked.
Almost lost by 20.
Yes.
But Auburn did lose. They got upset by Alabama on a buzzer beater in overtime, I think it was.
They actually had a kind of close one with Ole Miss today, too, in the
really?
conference.
Well, that was not Kentucky, so.
I said that Pitt Wrestling would have at least one wrestler place first in the ACC. They infected. They somehow had 3. So, shout out Pitt. March Madness also happens next weekend. That's what it's called, March Madness. For those
Yeah,
that
I don't
care.
know why you're trying to go up against like the basketball tournament though. Like, I feel like that's not like a.
I agree. I feel like they should do it at a different time. The James said the Penguins were going to make 2 or more moves at the deadline, but Erik Karlsson and Rickard Rakell would still be.
I sweated that a little bit. Right around 3:00, everyone was like, "Raquel's moving." I'm like, "No."
That was a fake Twitter account. Everybody fell for that.
I didn't know. I saw that and I didn't believe it was real. It was that there was a bunch of insiders on ESPN talking about Raquel potentially moving, and I was like, no.
They also saw the fake tweet.
Yeah.
And Tig says that Connor Griffin was going to hit his first home run. He did.
And he was running for second, too. He didn't even think it was gone.
Hey, that's the ball player we need. Hustles out no matter what, out of the box. So we're our hot takes all-time record here. I have taken a 2. I was going to say game lead.
2-game lead.
Two take lead.
I've taken a 2-take lead on Dylan 13-35. Dill's sitting at 11-37. The James 9-16. Tiggs in 4th at 8-40, and Corey still in last 5-43.
You'll get there.
Hey, you only need 3 to catch Tiggs and 4 to catch the James.
Yeah, well, that seems really far away. 3's
Well-
a small number, but it's way over there.
You know what they say. If you run out of the box like Connor Griffin, you can get there tomorrow.
They also say every win streak starts.
You got to
with
get
Everyone
one.
treats
You
us
got
well.
to get 1 to get 2.
Yeah, you got to get 2 to get 3.
Time takes time.
And then if
that's
you
the
get
hard
3,
part.
you're tied with Tiggs.
The James just said time takes time.
Time
That
takes
was
time.
real
That's
deep.
not a me quote. That's
Whose quote is
that's a Nate Dawson quote.
Okay, we'll give it. Shout out Nate.
Time takes time.
Time takes
Well, he
time.
can't hear you.
I'm going to get a tattooed on my knee. Time takes time.
Shout out, Nate. So, yeah, pull it for it, Corey.
Thanks.
A lot of things happened since our last podcast. NHL trade deadline happened. NFL Combine happened. Free agency opened up. And we're right in the thick of spring training about halfway through. So, the James, why don't you get us started here?
Sure, we'll start with some league news. Just 2 quick points. Evans from Montreal got taken off the trade deadline board real early. He got a 4-year extension with Montreal. I don't know how I felt about it. I think he's like a depth guy for them. So Montreal's filled with like a bunch of young guys. Whether or not they can continue to put that all together, we will see. But
Was he the one that got knocked out by
crushed?
Mark Scheifele in the COVID year?
I think so.
Was that him? Remember the empty net?
He did the empty net. He got
yeah.
drilled at the end of it.
Positive that was him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Also, a fan favorite of mine, Wyatt Johnson, got his extension with the Sharks. I think it's a good number.
Stars.
Or, yeah, the Stars. Yeah, definitely not the Sharks.
The Sharks made another trade.
No,
Sharks,
they definitely didn't get him. I think that's a fair value. That's a contract he'll grow into if he produces at the pace that he's like currently producing. I think it's a bargain by the end of it. But it's an 8-year extension. We'll slide into the trade deadline. I'm not going to do every single trade. There was a lot of them, but I'll definitely cover the big ones. The Avs got Vesey, Lindgren, Nelson, and Coyle. It's a pretty decent haul because they really only lost Middlestat, who went to Boston, and Rantanen early. And that was kind of it. Like, they didn't really have to give up a whole lot. Vesey and Lindgren are kind of depth guys. I think Nelson is slotted on the second line right now, and I think Coyle is either the second or third line. So, yeah, the Avs are going to look real good come playoffs. Those are all big dudes that are not... like,
They're not third, fourth liners.
No. Like, those are all pretty decent names. Next, we had Spencer Knight and a first in 26 go for Seth Jones. I don't think Seth Jones is really worth that. That seemed like it was definitely a buyer's market, or I guess a seller's market. But in Knight's first game with the Blackhawks, he made 40. He stopped 41 of 42 for his first win. He's pretty young. I think that they're kind of banking on him to be the goalie that they need for like going forward and building around Bedard. I always liked him. He was in the player assistance program, I think last year.
I believe it was last year.
Yeah, I think it was for like mental health. So seems like he rebounded. He just got his new mask for the Blackhawks. They put it out yesterday. Looks like a basic mask to me.
Let's see it.
Yeah, it was kind of like I was a little bit underwhelmed by it. The Oilers got Frederick. That's how you say his last name. They overpaid for him. Like, it was a massive overpay. But he's been saying for Boston, like, I want out. So they sent him as far away as possible.
They said enjoy Western
Yeah,
Canada.
they said have fun, buddy. And then they got Waldman. I really like him. He was on Detroit a few years ago. A lot of people remember him. He scored the overtime goal, and then he grittied right on PPG's ice. In his first game with the Oilers, he absolutely drilled Rantanen when they played the Stars. Like, just crushed him. I think he could be a potential steal for the Oilers at the trade deadline. I think that would be a good... They don't have, like, a lot of gritty defensemen. Like, yeah, they have Nurse. Bouchard's having a down year. Yeah, Nurse is like... he's just... like he just doesn't...
He didn't do it for me.
No, I feel like he's way overpaid, too. But I do like Wallman.
He's making like 9.5 or something.
Yeah, it's like a crazy... It's like, you're making more than Sid. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Tampa decided to do another year of trading their entire draft for Bjorkstrand and Gord. Gord goes back there. Obviously, he won. I think he won 2 cups when he was there. Tampa's another scary team. I think that they're pretty much built. They got those 2 dudes to build for the playoffs. Where they're going to seed in the playoffs will be interesting, but I definitely think that they're built to make a little bit of a run here. Former Penguin Brian Dumo is coming back to the Metro for New Jersey. They actually got him because Dougie Hamilton got hurt right before the deadline. They moved him to IR, and then they announced he's actually out for the season. So Dumo coming back. Is he going to be anywhere near Dougie Hamilton? No, but
That kind of makes that slides Luke Hughes right to that.
Oh yeah,
That top unit, everything.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was at the game when the Devils came here and Luke Hughes was here. He looked lost. Like, he just looked lost. I think anytime you go from college to a professional league, you're gonna have a bit of an adjustment. So I think this year is just the adjustment year for him. I think he's going to be very, very good. You can't come from that family and not be like.
You have Quinn Hughes, who in my opinion is top 3 defenseman in the league.
Yeah.
And Jack Hughes, not playing on the Four Nations face-off, is probably a top 10 center.
He's real fast.
He'd be like the Derek Watt from TJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
and JJ.
Like, I just can't see that happening. He was drafted really high, too. I mean, Derek Watt was drafted, like, you know.
Yeah.
Riley Smith goes back to Vegas. He's an original misfit down there.
They scored against us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was doing that for the Rangers, too, so didn't really miss a step on that one. Ottawa gets Cousins and Zetterland. and then Norris went back to Buffalo. I'm like really shocked that Zetterlund got moved.
Yeah, because he's really young, isn't he?
He's like 25.
Yeah.
Like that made no sense for me. But like he has good term on his deal, so at least I think he does when I looked. I think he's another one that could be a steal for Ottawa. I mean, you get a 25-year-old for packing peanuts, and like they didn't really give up anything. Cousins finally gets moved. Ottawa was definitely not on a list of teams that were mentioned. It was like the Kings, who ended up getting Kuzmenko. The Red Wings, they didn't really do anything. So seeing him go to Ottawa, that was interesting. They asked Brady Tkachuk how he felt about Norris moving. He was like pretty emotional
He was holding back tears.
when he was like at his stall. So we'll see about that deal. Then Lawton and Carlo go to Toronto. The Carlo deal got done at like right at 4 o'clock. That is a big boy coming over to that defense. I mean, he like does not miss games. He just eats pucks for the love of the game. I think Toronto, they've been looking for somebody to pair with Morgan Riley. They're gonna try Carlo, but like I don't know how many more names they have to try because they tried a bunch of names and they still haven't been able to do anything. So we'll see where Carlo fits in. I don't know how I feel about Toronto. I feel like everybody gets really high on them, and then playoffs come around, and
Well, they have all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
But, like, they never do anything with it. It's
No,
always
well-
a first or second round exit now. It was always
Yeah.
a first.
Yeah.
They made the second round a couple years ago,
yeah.
and now it's like,
I don't know. Their issues are always the same. It's like the Oilers. Like you can point to them and you know exactly what their issues are. There's no defense. There's no goaltending. It's the same issues. So we'll see how that works out. I want to say in one of their very first games too, Carlo had to go and play Boston. And I was like, that probably sucks.
well, that was, no, you'll cover it later. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So Rantanen got moved to Dallas, and then he immediately signs an 8x12. He got moved for Stankoven, 2 firsts and 2 thirds. I'm real big on Stankoven. I think this year, if he didn't get really hurt, I think he would be in the conversation for the Calder. He scored in his first game with the Hurricanes. I think he actually had like 2 points or 3 points. Rantanen had 6 in like 13 games. So.
Did you see that interview with Carolina's GM or whoever it was?
It was
Explaining
Rod
the
the
whole
Bod.
Rantanen situation.
Yeah, he's like, he didn't want to play here.
He was like, I had a no-trade clause, and your team was definitely on that.
Yeah.
Like, he literally said, like, I didn't want to play for your team. I don't know why I'm here. And then, like, see ya.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that gave up his number for Rantanen? Was it Roslovic?
Oh yeah, he got a Rolex
He
out
got
of
a
it.
Rolex out of it for
13 games.
Take it.
I'm like, well, that's a steal.
And then Rantanen got traded. He got his number back.
Yeah, you got a free Rolex.
That's wild.
Quick little loner.
Minnesota Wild. They
Yeah.
didn't really
No,
do anything
talking
either.
about Carolina here.
Yeah. So then, I don't know. We'll see how he plays in Dallas. I don't think when the Avs dealt him, they thought they were going to see him again. They were like, we're going to send you to the East Coast. And then they were like, we're going to actually send you to the same conference. The team that you're battling with for playoffs. Yeah. They're like side by side in points. Like, that could be a first. You imagine playing your old team in the first round.
Yeah, you're getting heckled so much.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
getting aimed at for everything, for sure.
Yeah. And then I think the big deal of the day was also done like right at the deadline. Marchand goes to Florida for an actual bag of Lay's chips. I don't know why. Like, yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, he's old. But trading your captain and getting literally nothing in return, that's crazy to me.
Sounds like something the Rangers would do.
Like, even the Flyers got more for Giroux. And I think that Marchand is more, like, on a scale of productivity to not, I would put Marchand above Giroux.
Drew was supposed to get the torch, though. Never forget.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
I feel like the big thing with, like you said, with Marchand is just his age plays a big factor into that. I mean, he's 35. I think he makes like 6'7", 5". I want to say somewhere around there. I mean, the only way that Florida's able to make that trade was putting the chalk on.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Ekblad getting suspended for 20 games for PEDs. So
That was after. I was after the deadline, I believe.
yeah, but that helped him out.
Does that come off your cap though?
No, I think it stays.
Not when you're suspended.
No, Sussy stays. IRs get taken off.
Yeah.
They were like, "You sure your leg doesn't hurt?"
Mark Stone all over again.
Did you see Vegas? Like 3:55, Vegas's like Twitter account sends out a tweet. It just says hi. I'm like, because
Recount other Vegas.
yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, oh no, because last year they got hurdle right at the deadline, like same time frame, and like the people, I think it was Elliot Freeman on ESPN. He's like Vegas just sent out a tweet, guys. So I'm like, oh please, please. But other than that, around the league, don't talk about the Penguins. But do you guys have anything else to add on those?
I love the NHL trade deadline. It's
Definitely one of the more exciting.
one of the
ones.
more exciting trade deadlines, in my opinion.
Gets you ready for the playoffs.
I would
does.
say that in like NBA, the NBA trade deadline is like pretty close.
Yeah, but
Well, that's just
NHL
because literally anybody can be moved.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened this year.
They just don't care.
top 3 player in the league got traded.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there was a lot of teams that could have done more or could have done anything. Like I said, the Wild, I don't really think did anything at all, unless it was something super small.
I don't think they
Off the
moved
top of my
anything.
head, I don't really think. And
The Red Wings didn't do much.
no, and I mean, for teams that, like you said, it was a seller's market. I feel like there was a lot of teams that could have just like sold everything.
I'm surprised Boston didn't move more. So like what are you gonna do with Pasta? Like, is he gonna stay there? You still have McAvoy on the back end. Like, is he gonna stay there? Slavin obviously just signed his massive deal. So like, obviously the Caps are having a fantastic year. He's only 9 goals away. He also gave up an empty net goal to his teammate the other night. Yeah,
What a guy.
what a dude. McKinnon did that too for somebody like 2 days later, and I'm like,
Yeah, but he's also not 9 goals away from breaking the record.
yeah, exactly. He's about 900.
Obi could die tomorrow and he doesn't break the record.
Yeah.
He's over here giving dishes out there.
Jeez.
He could. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think the Tide and the I think Dallas is going to be a team that's going to be really good for the next few years. Vancouver, who knows what they're doing? Like,
I'm surprised Patterson didn't get moved.
I'm surprised that Besser didn't get moved before Patterson.
There's 3 of them.
Which one? There's like 9 of them
There's
in
3.
Vancouver.
Besser's
now.
probably going to get moved when he's like 34.
Well, he's a free agent this year, so he's definitely leaving.
No, he's resigning. He's
There's
gonna do it.
speculation that we want to go after Marner, and I'm like, why? Like,
I'll take that.
I think the only way you get Marner in some capacity is if
Gino?
Baldwin retires.
Letang, all of our draft picks.
Too bad he's a free agent.
he's a free agent. He'd sign him.
Remember
18
when-
Corey doesn't know the difference between a free agent and
Remember when
what's
Corey
not a
said
free
that
agent.
the Oilers were going to trade for Carlson or sign Carlson when he was not a free agent?
I don't know people's contracts.
All right. Well, we can move into the Penguins. Penguins made a flurry of moves, but not flurry.
Not Marc-Andre.
Oh.
So first, Bunting got moved to Nashville for Shen and Novak. I don't know about that, but Novak's like, he's like a stat, like the stat, whatever the stats are on the sheet of paper that they put out all the time of like the stats that nobody tracks, like, you know, stuff plus. He like, people love him on paper. He blocked a shot, got hurt in like his first or second game with us, so he hasn't exactly played. But Shen then got flipped for picks. We wanted to keep him, but he told the front office, I want to play for a contender, so we sent him to the Jets. He's living in a house with it's Shifley, Tanev, and Shen. That's the house right now.
Jesus. What do you think they do at night? Like
Drink.
NHL? They definitely don't drink.
They play.
Definitely
They
drink.
probably play Jenga.
Definitely drink.
They definitely drink.
They play Sorry and Monopoly.
Sorry,
yeah,
Candyland.
yeah,
Shoots and ladders.
yeah. They actually play Mousetrap or don't,
Shifley's wives do it. Just like
pulling her hair out.
hanging out upstairs and the boys are downstairs.
Yeah.
It's just them, Shifley's kids.
Like that
They're
that's
playing.
like-
They're actually playing mini sticks in the basement.
That's like me having like 2 of you guys just live with me, and Court's just like we're down here chilling, watching sports,
Mm-hmm.
playing Xbox, and Court's just upstairs. She's like, "Why did I agree to this?"
Yeah, she's like, this is a terrible idea. She's like, next time they're paying rent.
Yes.
Yeah, that I can't pronounce that dude's last name. Let's be real.
Desharnais.
Yeah, that guy.
There's Sharness.
No, I wouldn't have said it like that. But he got moved to the Sharks for a draft pick that we might never see. But to get anything for him, I think is a win for us because he was literally a bag of pucks when he was here. I don't know how you could be 6'8" and you don't use your body as leverage to either A, pound people into the ground, or B, position. He looked like a cardboard cutout.
Not even good pucks here, like the Milek, rubber ones,
like the ones from like 1980.
Baby giraffe.
Yeah, the yellow Milek pucks that everybody.
Bigger Dion Phaneuf.
Yeah, but like he was brutal, and then of course they put him with Graves. It's like what are we what are we doing?
Me and Court were at the first game after the trade deadline, or after he got traded here, and they were taking warm-ups, and I look at her and I said, "You know how much I like Ryan Graves. He's playing with Desharnais." She goes, "Who's that?" I said, "Ryan Graves 2.0." And both of them are playing together.
I think the WWE security does a better job than both of them do. Just defending the area, you know?
I don't know. Right now, it's tough to say.
Yeah, but we ended up sending Bo to Washington for a second. I thought we got him he was on a pretty team-friendly deal. So I liked him when he was here. I liked him. I liked him and hated him when he was on the Islanders because he was getting in that category like penguin killers.
Yeah. Brock Nelson,
Yeah.
top tier.
Brock Nelson, Everly, him, literally right like that. So he goes to Washington for a second.
25 second too.
Yeah. So
Everyone on Twitter when that trade happened, they were like, "Oh, here we go, 4th round pick," and it was like 25 second. Everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Like Dubas is like cooking right now.
Yeah. He was cooking like he was down at Mongolian Grill.
Yes.
So then we ended up sending Glass to the Devils for a third.
I didn't understand that one.
I liked Glass, but he didn't I don't think he ever found his footing. Like they put him with Gino, he was okay. Then they put him with Hayes, he was okay. Then they put him on the 4th line, he was okay. Like he never really I don't know. I feel like Tomasino was they put him on the 3rd line, he was okay. Then they moved him with Gino, and he's been with Gino. I just don't think Glass ever found his footing.
Well, it's also on Sullivan too, because he likes to just take the lines like this and just go.
Oh yeah, like he's playing Yahtzee with
Yes.
him. So, a third. The Penguins have a shit ton of draft picks in the next 3 years. I think in the next 3 years, in the first 3 rounds, I think we have 30 draft picks, which is the most across the NHL. So. It's going to be a big, we can either do, I think Dubas said in his presser, we can either move those for assets or we can draft assets with them.
Jari's like, "Oh, you guys want a lottery pick?
Too bad.
Too bad."
Yeah, he's playing prime Marty Brodeur
Good.
right
Wave
now.
me again. See what happens.
Yes. He's like, "I went down. I'm never going back down again."
He pulled
Down there, it's scary.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
pulled a Aaron Rodgers, went to the darkness to find himself.
Oh, yeah.
Came back just elite goalie
He
right
also
now.
went to, where does Rogers go when he goes into the woods? What's it
The
called?
jungles.
No. It starts with an A. What is it?
The Amazon.
Ayahuasca? Is that what it is?
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, ayahuasca.
Yeah,
He's
Tristan
not-
Jarry.
he's not
Tristan
like
Jarry did some of that at Dunder Mifflin, and he came back like the goalie we thought he could be.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, you want to see prime Martin Brodeur?"
You want to see me do it again?
Yeah,
No, I don't actually.
No, we don't.
yeah. I was.
You're messing up our plan, Jari.
Yeah.
Dubas is like,
okay, B. We got all the
Hey,
draft
Ned.
picks.
Lace him
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Rest of the year.
Yeah, Dubas is literally counting draft picks like Scrooge McDuck counting coins, and Jari's like, "Watch this." So, good for him. I liked him, but what timing?
Yes.
Where is this all year? This is like when you watch people and you're like, "That's not the same person." He looked good last night. I was at the game, so
He's got FJ's juice.
yeah. Speaking of last night, I was there. Graves scored the first goal. I thought.
Good for him.
Wait, Ty goes, "That was tipped." And we watched the video board. I said, "Nope, that was just a snipe to the corner."
That puck had eyes.
Yeah, there was nobody in front of the net. It was just a snipe to the corner.
That's what I'm saying about Binnington, though.
So if you put, that Ty said the same thing. He's like, okay. He's like, the Kachuk brothers can't score on him, but somehow Graves, Timmis, Dewar, they just lit him up for 3. If you put $10 on all 3 of them as anytime goal scorers in a parlay, you would have won 96.
$10 was 92 grand.
Yeah.
Saw that.
Ty's like, that's crazy. He's like, you have to be on
Well,
drugs to do
I
that.
said that when we were.
That's like when you take anytime touchdown scores and it's like, like Justin Watson, and then he gets 3. You're like,
Yeah, and you look at it, but you're like, oh, I can really see that happen. I'm not going to do it and play it smart.
Oh, yeah.
Goes off for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but then Saquon doesn't score in a Super Bowl. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Just some minor league news. We signed Finn Harding. I'm real big on that guy, and Avery Hayes to their entry level deals. Finn Harding, we talked about him a few weeks ago. We got him in the 7th round. Kid's a stud. I think he's gonna smoke everybody. And then Hayes had a really good season in Wilkes-Barre, so we signed him. And our new Russian machine is just still hasn't allowed a goal. So
out.
yeah, he's coming quick. Yeah, get ready, Jari.
I don't know what
Jari
you're
saw
talking
him.
about. Jari was actually speaking Russian.
Jari saw him in Wilkes-Barre. He's like, no.
I can't lose my job to this guy too.
Yeah, he's like, he has the Russian gas. I need it. He's just inhaling it in like the weight room. He's like, this is new conditioning.
Sitting in a sauna.
Yeah, it's him, Bloomquist, and the Russian machine, and they're like, so what do you do for fun? He's like, I eat pucks. I stopped them too. Jari's like, I need out.
You guys should learn.
Yeah. He's like, get me out.
He's like, hello, Mr. Dumas. Can I come back now, please?
Yeah. He's like, I don't know if you saw, Joel let in a few goals, and I think I could maybe stop some. Go ahead, Dylan.
So in Wilkes-Barre this year, he's currently 8-0, 1 shutout. His goals against a little high, and by high I mean 2.34. But his save percentage is 9.25.
Yeah.
I mean, and this kid's 20.
I think he's like 21.
He'll turn 21 April 1st.
Yeah. But he can't even
He's only
drink
going to
yet.
be 21.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not even 21
He
yet.
can't even drink yet.
In Russia, you can.
Oh, yeah.
They're drinking out of the womb.
Jari was actually just feeding him beers, and they were
This makes you a lot better, kid.
Vodka.
yeah. He's like Ned and I like these. He's like yeah. So Penguins, we're gonna wrap up the season here pretty soon. It's gonna be an up and down roller coaster to the end. I think Sid's about 8 points away from getting his
Point per
20.
game.
Yeah, his 20th point per game season. That's
72.66 games.
yeah. So I mean, he'll hit that. He's clipped. He had 2 points yesterday. He had 2 points the game before, and he had 2 points before that. So
He's only missed 2 games, and they were the 2 right before the Four Nations tournament.
We have a tough
Yeah.
schedule ahead or what?
We have the 19th easiest schedule remaining.
Because I know we got Jersey tomorrow.
And the best goalie in the league.
Yeah, true.
he's like 4-0 in his last however many starts.
Probably with like a 4.32 GAA.
Dude, when they took their first shot and he saved it, the entire arena erupted in claps. Like I was like, I looked at Ty. I was like, why are they clapping? And then we looked up. I said, that's the first shot.
Mm-hmm.
There was also like, I don't know if it's like different because of like the timing of the games during the weekdays, but like if you get there early, like we got there right at 5:30, there was nobody there.
Yeah, there's really nobody there during the game too.
I was just saying, I wonder why.
So
Yes, I do agree. If you get there early and you sit in your seat, you're like one of maybe 32 people in your seat.
yeah, and like the in-game stuff for the Penguins is so boring to me. Like, although I will say yesterday they did when they brought like the Lexus on the ice, whoever was driving it, I'm surprised they didn't do donuts because they came out of the thing at like 30 miles an hour. It was like and then of course they bring the little kids out for like the shooting in the middle or whatever.
Mhm.
There was a kid that like very clearly did not follow directions. I'm surprised that he actually was on the rink. He probably plays for Central. So he literally almost got plastered by a Zamboni. Like the ice crew was like, "Oh no over here!" And he's just like, Ty's like, "Look, he's gonna die." I'm like, I don't know if we could look like.
My 2 favorite intermission games by far are the goalies shooting the puck now.
Yeah.
You've been there for a game like that. They have 2 like junior. They're probably in like middle school or high school, and they shoot a puck in an empty net. And then I love the bubble hockey.
Oh, yeah.
I was at work yesterday or last week, and I took a buddy 2 weekends ago to a game, and he's a PT, and one of the PTs were like, she was like, oh, she knows I have a half season, and she was like, oh, I was at the game on Saturday. Look at what we did, and I was like, that was you? She was like, yeah, we literally walked in, and they were like, this person called her over. They're like, "Are you guys interested in playing an intermission game?" And she was
We
like,
need
yeah, sure,
to
why
go to
not?
a game ASAP. All
I
of
just-
us together.
I would
Aim for
love-
that guy.
I would love to be put in one of those giant bubbles because I feel like when people are like running, like they're so scared of falling, and I'm like, you're literally in bubble wrap.
I'm telling you right now, I ain't aiming for no ball. I'm killing everybody.
No, I'm aiming for like a Jeff Hardy swanton.
Yeah, we are not going for any goal.
No,
we are out there to
we are
murder each
not
other.
playing- No, no.
Give the fans what they want.
Someone's
Yeah.
getting boarded.
Yeah,
Hell
like
yeah.
get some aggression in there. Like,
The ball's gonna be at the other end.
oh yeah, we ain't gonna care.
We're going to be
Six
decking
of
each other
us-
into the Zamboni. as it
Six
comes
of
out.
us are gonna be on the complete other side. And Iceberg's gonna be like,
Yeah, they did the last night was the kids shootout, but some kid did he hit the whole net and he shanked it like through the crease. And Ty looks at me, he goes, "You've done that,"
Oh,
and I'm like, okay.
yeah. Calm it down.
Well, why don't we relax here, buddy? I don't know if you've heard, I'm a 5-time PRHL champion.
Yeah, we got a lot to
Why
talk
don't you
about.
get
here.
in there?
So we're gonna try to do this real nice and
let's
smooth
line up
here.
for the tush push to get Corey in there.
Apparently, it's illegal. But
Just the Packers.
yeah, college news. Like obviously, we were talking about the combine. Abdul Carter,
Loser.
Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Shador Sanders did
Double
not
loser.
participate. They did
Losers.
a little bit of drills, but Abdul Carter was hurt, so I don't think he did anything. I know Shador did the quarterback drills. I think
I don't
I could be
think-
wrong.
I don't think he
maybe they
did.
didn't do anything. I think they were just like content
think
with
they
their
did.
draft status and just like
I
didn't
think
do
they
anything.
were there to do their interviews,
maybe
like their team interviews.
Shador knew that if he competed in the combine, that his
He
draft
said-
stock would have
he was
plummeted.
going to go. But just some winners and losers from the combine. Big winner here is Shamar Stewart, the edge out of Texas A&M. He's about Dylan's size, 6'5", 267. He probably eats kids like Dylan for breakfast. So
Who are you calling a kid, you kid?
I don't know, man.
That's a top tier comment.
That came out of absolutely nowhere.
The man, like I said, 6'5", 267, ran a 4.59 40. Chugging. 40-inch vert, 10-11 broad jump. I mean, do your thing, you know? So what's your broad jump?
More than his, probably about 11.
Yeah, all right.
yeah.
Dill's left kneecap would be in left field.
Jihad Campbell, another winner here, linebacker from Bama, 6'3", 235, 4.52 40, 10-7 broad jump. Probably the best linebacker in the draft. Probably easily a first-round pick here after his draft or after his combine. So, and then I think a fan favorite here, Jackson Dart,
Oh yeah, big fan favorite.
quarterback out of Mississippi.
No,
Old Miss.
old Mississippi,
Old.
not the new.
Yeah,
old
not that
Mississippi.
new Mississippi.
He was listed as quarterback 3 in the combine, which I don't really know, but like they said it was because something to do with like alphabetical order of quarterbacks. Dart D, you know, if you're not going to be ranked, you fall here because of your alphabetical name. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. It's literally what I
He
read.
didn't participate because of alphabetical order.
Yeah.
What kindergartner came up with that rule?
I don't
Cam
know.
Ward's QB 60.
He did not participate in athletic events, but he showed off his arm during his workout, so did pretty well. He was predicted a day 2-3 pick. May have snuck into the first round after his combine performance.
Yeah,
so.
pick 21.
Aren't the Steelers? I think we're 20. Aren't we? 2021. I don't know. Big losers here. Abdul Carter, like I said, he was hurt, so like, you know, what can you do? It may change his potential number 1 overall status, but
I
a
think
foot injury is a foot
I
injury.
think he has an ankle sprain.
It is.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I think that he's on the fence right now about having surgery. If he has surgery, I think he's out like 6 weeks. But out of what?
But like, just get the surgery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what are we waiting on here?
It's
Week
not-
1.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see? Maybe he doesn't have health insurance. He's waiting till he gets drafted. Did you see that they asked him? They were like, "Do you think that you're a first round pick or the first overall pick?" And he was like, "Well, yeah." What a dumb question.
I'm kind of with you guys. I think like definitely get the surgery. What's it gonna do? It's gonna hurt you in the long run if you don't get it.
Right.
So, whatever. Will Howard.
Rough day. It was a rough day.
not the greatest. Definitely struggled with accuracy. Missed multiple long distance passes. He was also the worst in the broad jump and the vertical.
This might sound dumb though. What does a quarterback need a broad jump and a vertical for?
Last one, Mason Graham, tackle out of Michigan, did not participate in many drills as a top prospect. So his measurements were not great compared to his time in Michigan. He was 320 in college, and he weighed 296 at the combine. So as a tackle, you kind of want to be like a bigger dude. I mean,
296 isn't small.
No, definitely not. But I mean, going from 320 to 296, he also went 32-inch arms, he has 32-inch arms, which is the 26th percentile for his position. So, I don't know.
I'm gonna need you to stand up and display your best pass block.
You want to try to get to my quarterback?
Yeah.
Anyway, so just some combine news there. We'll move into the NFL. A lot going on here.
Yeah.
A lot going on here. Matthew Stafford did reach an agreement with the Rams. He restructured his deal that will keep him in Los Angeles. Good for him. This was kind of weird. Josh Allen signed a 6-year extension with 4 years left still on his contract.
I didn't know he had 4 years left on it.
Yeah, still 4 years left on his contract. $330 million, $250 million guaranteed, which is the largest guaranteed ever in the NFL.
Did you hear why that happened though? He kept walking by the GM's office, and every time like a quarterback signed, he was like, "Oh, that's interesting." He was on. Yeah, I think he was on Pat McAfee talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, he's like Dak Prescott signed," and Josh was in my office, and he's like, "Did you see Dak Prescott sign?"
By the way, it was 10 feet. That was his broad jump.
Najee.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
I was curious. Yeah, I didn't know he didn't participate in the combine.
Interesting.
T. Higgins stays in Cincy, franchise tagged for the second straight year.
I'm sure he's happy.
Because the last time, you're only allowed to franchise 2 years in a row, and then you got to do something after
I don't know if he wants to be there. I can't
He just
remember
tweeted out tag. That was
I
it.
said a couple
Tag,
of
you're
months ago that he wanted to stay in Cincy as long as the core that he named was still around. So it's not like he definitely wants out, but I'm sure, you're not going to be the number. He probably wants to be the number one receiver, is my guess. And as very well as he can be on any team that doesn't
Except
have
that
number
one.
Yeah.
They're just gonna
Or
be,
Minnesota.
They're going to be
like
a
the Steelers.
dumpster fire if they sign him to guaranteed money.
Yeah, they don't have a defense.
They're
Schefter
going to have
tweeted
no
today
money.
That, the two of them, him and Jamar Chase, are both gaining ground in contract talks with Cincinnati.
Well, I saw Jamar Chase was, I think they said somewhere in the range of $40 million a year. So good luck.
Yeah, so T's going to be in 20. So,
What does he want? Does he want 30?
yeah,
I think his franchise tag this year is 20 something.
it's like 27.
Well, your first year is a lot less than your second year
Yeah.
increases.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens next year. That'll be something cool to watch for. But we're going to talk about an extra large loser right here, Myles Garrett. You all know I can't stand this guy, but to come out and say that you wanted out, I'm not here for da-da-da. I want to win Super Bowls, Hall of Fame. That's my goal. Blah blah blah. Oh, how about we give you $123 million guaranteed? Oh yeah, sure. We'll have it here.
Yeah, he tweeted or posted on Instagram something about it's not about the money. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Okay.
Well, it definitely ain't about winning.
Yeah.
4-year extension. He had 2 years left, so he's essentially there. Obviously, 6 years, 123 guaranteed money. I mean, again, what a loser.
Have a lot of money.
Loser. Yeah, have a lot of money. Max Crosby, 3-year extension, 91.5 guaranteed there.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been dangerous anywhere he went, but the Raiders, obviously, I don't think he ever wanted to leave the Raiders.
Oh, God.
I feel like he fits just.
Yeah,
the
he
culture.
definitely fits there.
Yeah. So Saquon gets 2 years with the Eagles, 36 guaranteed, 15 million in incentives. So maybe next time scoring the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That was one of the incentives.
cash my parlay.
Score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Aaron Jones, 2 years extension, 13 mil guaranteed with the Vikings. Chris Godwin signs 3-year extension, 44 mil guaranteed. He was kind of a hot name being thrown out there for multiple teams, but
I don't think he would ever
Of course,
leave.
the Steelers
I
were
don't
one
think
of
so
them.
either. Well,
Yeah.
of course, all the reports come out. Oh, this guy, shopping around, Steelers number one, probably going to get him. Always. Who knows? So those were just extensions. So notable trades and free agent signings. Debo went to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick.
Bag of chips.
Yeah, I mean, I always go back to the Steelers. Like, how would this person look on the Steelers? Like, obviously, we need a wide
You know
receiver.
where he would look? Hurt on the sideline like he always is.
Probably. But, I mean, he just does so much. I mean, he's going to go to different offense, obviously, but I don't know. Josh Palmer to the Bills, 3 for 36, 18 guaranteed.
I feel like that's a lot.
For Josh Palmer.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah,
definitely.
he was wide receiver 3 in a.
You got laughed by Ladd
LA.
McConkey and QJ.
Mm-hmm.
And QJ couldn't catch a ball 2 years.
No. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I mean, the Bills are kind of stacked. I mean, I'm gonna continue obviously, but the Bills are really stacking up. Here's a good one for everybody here. Kenny Pickett goes off to Cleveland.
See ya.
Did you see the
That's hilarious.
QB1.
the tweets coming out of that was hysterical.
Oh yeah.
They were like, the Browns told Myles Garrett, we're going to get a championship-winning quarterback.
Hell yeah.
We got him.
Kenny effing Pickett,
And then
baby.
today he was like, he's like, I came here because I was told that I have a potential to win the starting job. Could you imagine him twice a year lining up across from our defense?
Oh, I think we had a field day.
TJ Watt's going to have 8 sacks.
Mm-hmm. He got traded for DTR in a 25th, 5th-round pick.
DTR fits better than he does.
Obviously knows the system a lot better, but
Bigger hands.
Kenny Pickett's Super Bowl winning quarterback.
He is. He played too. Catch that hot take.
Yeah. Geno Smith got traded to Las Vegas for a 25th third.
Yeah, Pete Carroll got his guy.
Yeah. Well, he definitely followed him for sure. I mean, what else are you going to do? Aiden O'Connell's not the answer down there?
I don't think so.
I think he needs to sit. Like, they threw him in behind that O-line that was ass. And they were like, all right, dude, figure it out. And it's just like, it was kind of similar to Bryce Young. Like, they threw Bryce Young in, and that team was not ready for that at all. And then you just kill his confidence. And then you let him sit. You let Andy Dalton get killed for about 7 weeks. And then you can bring him back in it. And then, look, he was fine.
We were talking about a potential fit for Dallas at running back. We were all saying Genty was going to get drafted there. Well, not saying he may start, but Javonte Williams went to the Cowboys for 1 year, max value 3.5.
That's crazy.
I don't know if he's going to start. I don't know where.
He should. I mean,
The
he's a
Cowboys-
starting caliber running back.
So is Dodal or
He moved.
Dowdle.
Yeah,
he
he's
went to
gone.
the Panthers.
Yeah.
oh, I know he moved.
He went to the Panthers, and then the
Corey
Cowboys.
didn't cover it, so I
The
didn't know.
Cowboys.
I was only covering the bigger names. Okay.
The
Down.
Cowboys also got Miles Sanders, so now they have Williams and Sanders. So, like, what is your need for Genty at that point?
That's what I was saying. Like now I wonder what they're going to do with the draft. Like they obviously need more positions, but
I think they're pick 14.
That was 12.
it's
Well, they kind of
They're
need
somewhere in
offensive
that
line
range.
now.
Well, they
Let's say.
kind of need just about everything since they didn't do anything last year.
it's weird because you needed a running back, but Javonte Williams.
Coming off of an ACL 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Asil Terry.
I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Devontae Adams went to the Rams. 2 years, $26 million guaranteed, $12 million signing bonus.
I don't get that.
We know where Aaron Rodgers is going.
Well,
To sit behind Stafford.
And Jimmy G.
Devontae Adams is keeping his number. Puka changed to 12.
Yeah, that was his number in college.
Yeah. So, good for you, Devontae. I mean, I guess you're still wanted on multiple teams. How old is he? He's got to be late 30s now.
Mid-30s.
He's older than the guy about 3 bullet points down.
Yeah. Sam Darnold to the Seahawks, 3 years, $55 million guaranteed, $37.5 getting in year 1.
Don't get that either.
I could understand it, but coming off of the Vikings, one of the best receivers in the league, Jay Jettos, but like
Well, and one of the best offensive
again,
systems.
yeah, one
And
of the
coach.
yeah, exactly. And you're gonna go to a team that's getting a brand new coach. He's never. Well, the offensive line obviously going to be a lot worse. Not as many targets on offense to pass to. JSN's a stud. I do love JSN. Don't get me wrong. We'll see how that goes. I don't know.
He's going to revert.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why you leave a dome to go play in an area that it rains more than it rains here.
Do we
That
know
makes-
if he got a contract? Because clearly, I think the plan for them is J.J. McCarthy. Do we know like what the
For
contract
The
they offer?
Vikings
Vikings?
said they're going to start JJ. Like,
Yeah,
they're
so
coming
why
out and
should Sam
strictly
even
saying
stay
JJ
if
started.
he's not even wanted?
I just
I don't know.
The thing with
Should we
JJ,
go to Steelers?
he's coming what? Ace Silteri too?
I think so.
yeah.
Dorothy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Like, why would you try to rush him into starting week 1?
As a top draft pick, I feel like you have more pressure to start rather than not.
I guess, but I feel like just get a bridge, do what the Patriots did. Like, get Jacoby Brissett, let him just,
I was
eat.
gonna say get a literal bridge guy.
Yeah.
Bridgewater.
Yeah, you could get Bridgewater too. Like, just get a guy that could start 4 weeks and just be like, hey, you're gonna start for 4 weeks, Kenny Pickett, and then JJ's gonna come in and be the starter. We want you to come in and mentor him. Like, yeah, he probably got mentored a little bit with Darnold and all-star safety Daniel Jones, but what? Not that what really are you gonna learn from those two dudes, but. Realistically speaking, what really are you going to learn from those two dudes?
Yeah.
Especially Daniel Jones. That dude made a fortune. He's like, I got just a secret for you. If you just be nice and average, you're going to get paid. And then you never have to throw a football again.
And then you can
Play
play
safety.
scout team
Yeah.
safety.
Yeah. You're on Scout Team 6 now. Get out there.
I didn't have it in here, but Daniel Jones did go to the Colts.
I did see that. He's
Yeah.
gonna battle
Competing with
He's gonna-
Anthony
Yeah.
Richards.
They said,
Dude,
the,
I'm not even
the
kidding.
Colts said, we love Anthony Richardson. Let's get the same version of him, but 5 years older.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. They may even start Daniel Jones. They're almost over AR is what I'm getting from Pat McAfee show.
Well,
No, I think Pat is
told you.
over it.
Okay, well, yeah, but what I'm saying is,
Pat's over the Colts franchise.
yeah. Oh yeah, I mean that whole thing was kind of yikes.
I'm surprised nobody has traded for Milton, or at least I have not heard an ounce.
Our
of
buddy Sam, he was actually the first person I saw that said, "Why not try for Milton?"
I
was
would.
kind of like, that's a decent point.
He's never going to start. You're never going to start over Drake May.
D Hop went to the Ravens 1 year, upwards of $6 million.
Careers go to die there.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Every wide receiver goes there and they die. Look at OBJ. What happened there?
Yeah.
There was a picture I saw of D Hop, Lamar, and was it Derrick Henry?
Could have been.
I don't remember who it was, but it was from 3 or 4 years ago maybe, and they were just imagine this 3 as on one team or whatever it said, and I'm just well, some of you guys are someone in your prime still. Well,
Zay's
Zay,
one.
Bateman.
I don't know, Bateman.
Yeah, Bateman, I guess, but I've never been high on
Nelson
Bateman, though.
Aguilar,
Bateman had
Yeah,
10
maybe.
touchdowns this year. He was nice.
Todd Heap.
Todd Heap.
You still have Mark Andrews, too?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see
I
how that.
say likely.
He's signing 1 year, so maybe they can win the Super Bowl and he'll be on the team.
He's just ring chasing at this point.
He pretty much is.
When we were talking about Devontae, or not Devontae, who were we talking about? Sam Darnold went to the Seahawks. I completely forgot, literally today, if not a couple hours ago, the news came out that Cooper Kupp signed to the Seahawks.
He's from
3
there.
for
Went to school
45.
there.
That's a
He,
hell of a
he
signing.
wanted to play on the West Coast. There was a lot of heavy rumors about him going to New England, and he came out and said he wanted to play on the West Coast.
Well, at least Darnold has another wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean-
That's when I was saying JSN.
Yeah, they obviously lost 2 of them. One being Tyler Lockett, and the other one I'm not going to say right now.
Save that for the
They really said, JSN, get ready.
Yep. You're the one!
Yeah. They're like, you're the one and only right now.
So those were, like I said, all the notable signings for right now. We'll go into some Steeler news.
I got one more. You
What?
forgot the most important one.
You look like Dan Orlovsky right now, and I don't like it.
Not going to lie.
Why don't you go step out of the back of the end zone?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I'll save it for later.
Okay.
Are you going to say Justin Fields? I might get up and superplex you through this table.
No, Gardner Minshew went to the Chiefs. Now Patty Mahomes has to change his number from 15 because Gardner's 15.
You're right.
You're right.
You're damn right.
Yep.
Yeah, why
that's
didn't you
where we're
talk
at.
about Fields?
Anyway,
Read on, pal.
the Steeler news, Steelers news that we're going to talk about here. The
Stole it.
Steelers placed a second-round tender on Jalen Warren. I don't know if anybody knows what that means, but if you don't, here it is. If a team wants to sign Warren, the Steelers can either match that offer and keep him, or they have to, or they can let him leave, and the team that signs him would owe the Steelers a second-round pick. What is happening over here?
Buddy's just slamming nerds.
Did you drop all your nerds?
So here's my question, and I highly doubt anyone knows the answer. If you have 2 second-round picks, do you get to pick which one you send them, or does the Steelers get to pick which one you send them?
I think it's your pick.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that pick, I don't know what happens.
Well, obviously you can't take him. If you don't have a
I
second-round
guess.
so
pick. Right, how that works.
he's probably, well, not probably. He is our starter running
Yeah,
back.
do the Steelers pick what pick you have to give him? Like, can the Steelers say, "Oh, you can"?
No, I think
So
that
as long as it's it has to be a second round.
What I'm saying is, can the Steelers be like, "Oh, we'll sign Warren, blah blah blah. If you want him, you have to give us a fourth." Like, do they get to pick what round, or is that just
I don't
like
know.
across
No,
the leagues?
no, it has to be.
it has to be a
it
second.
has
The
to be a
second round tenders for
No,
the second.
what I'm saying is that the role? Is it a second round? Is that what it is?
Yes.
He's asking in theory what a second round tender even is.
Well,
Oh,
I guess technically you could also have like a third round tender,
That's what
or
I was
fourth round
asking.
tender.
Yeah.
But they just put a second on him.
That's
yeah.
what I was asking.
So it has to be a second.
Should have put it first.
There. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
You want him that bad?
Obviously, we've been talking about this for a while now, but Aaron Rodgers' name
No.
been floating around and ever so closely drawing nearer to the team. Before we even talk about that, there are still rumors out there that Nick Chubb's going to be a Steeler.
I hope that happens.
I would love that.
I like him.
I don't think it will.
Maybe him and Minka can make him.
Going back to Rodgers.
No.
You know, all these quarterbacks are getting signed and whatnot, and we're kind of either left with
Shut up.
Rodgers or Wilson at this point.
I would have taken Gardner Minshew.
No.
So, I mean, my whole thing is, you know, we got rid of Fields. We'll talk about that later.
No.
But then you look at Aaron.
Also no.
Then you look at Aaron, and then imagine being like Russell Wilson, seeing like you tried for Fields first, he went. Now you're trying for Rodgers.
Russell Wilson's going to Cleveland.
and he's up in the air.
Kenny P's worst nightmare.
No, they actually asked Pickett about it, and Pickett was like, as long as I get a fair chance, that's all I care about.
And now Russ is staring at two quarterbacks that are trying to make deals first before him. And well, I mean, you just said it, but he did have a meeting with the Browns. Who knows how that went or whatever's going to happen from that. But
He's also beaten.
during all of this, the Steelers signed Mason Rudolph.
Welcome back, buddy.
Let's go.
2 years, $8 million.
Get those overalls out, bitch.
As of now, I mean, starter because we don't really
No.
have.
Well, he kind of is at the moment.
He is right now. So
Boswell said he could play.
I did see that.
Say he
We're
would.
talking about
Yeah.
Skylar Thompson. He's our starting quarterback this year. Remember, he's on the roster.
No.
So
Vegas no.
Wait, I did one of those Wordles and it was this was a couple weeks ago, and it was my first guess was Justin Fields, just randomly, right? And the whole board lit up green. It was like quarterback, Steelers, AFC North. I was like Russell Wilson, quarterback, AFC North, Steelers. I was like Kyle Allen, and it was all
He's gone.
no. And I was like, this was like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, who's another quarterback on a roster? I was like, Skylar Thompson.
Yep. So, still revolving around the quarterback situation. I have a list here of available quarterbacks.
No, go on.
Would you take any of these guys
No.
over Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, or would you start any of these guys over Mason Rudolph right now? Trey Lance, 25 years old.
No.
No.
Hasn't thrown a touchdown since 2021, I don't think. Something like that.
His cards are going for so much money, too.
Don't get me started. Sam Ellinger,
No.
Who?
He played for the Colts. He went to Texas.
Drew Lock,
No.
No.
Easton Stick.
No.
No.
You could name any like relevant.
Can you name
No,
a-
we're getting here. We're
Can you
getting
name
here.
non-third string quarterbacks?
Easton Stick
please?
used to play for the Chargers before Heineke got there.
Yeah.
Kyle Allen,
No.
No.
Gardner
signed.
Minshew.
We just signed. They both just signed.
Kyle Allen signed.
Yeah.
Where?
Lions.
Oh, I screenshotted this like 2 days ago. So.
Yeah, Colin signed this morning.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Mason Rudolph is on this list. Jameis Winston
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, yes.
as a starter.
Yes.
Could
yes.
you imagine?
Me and Takes it wanted Winston like 5 years ago.
Jameis Winston thrown to.
Dude, he
want him
would,
here for his like funny purpose
Yes.
and not his playing purpose.
No, I want him
No.
to throw the ball down the
He
field.
stinks.
I want it for his pregame interviews where he praises the Almighty Lord every
dude,
3
could you imagine
seconds.
him at
Heinz Field.
Heinz Field? He's
Heinz
just like, the good Lord blessed me today. It's snowing outside. It's about 30.
I need
degrees."
you ready to kill somebody. We ain't praying to the Lord. Not right now. Okay.
Oh, he is.
Not right
He's
now.
happy to. He is happy to be alive. Is
No.
Teddy Bridgewater available?
I guarantee you he's going to go back. And
He's
win another
coaching
He-
high school again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be the only one that I would be like,
High school football
As a
season's
starter?
ramping back
There
up.
ain't no
He
way.
needs to
no,
go
as a
back.
starter. You know who we need? We talked about him a little bit earlier. Big tall guy, went to Old Miss,
They are
not new
Sergey
Miss.
Marshov.
Yeah, you shoot it out of a trank gun. It's called a dart. We need that guy.
Last but certainly not least, definitely up for consideration is Joe Flacco.
No.
Maybe.
No, isn't he like 48 or something?
What about Ben?
Ben.
He did say he'd come back.
Dale's like, isn't that like Rich Hill? He's 43.
Ben did put on the helmet and say, "Hey, Coach T, I'm ready to come back. DK." We'll cover that later. I got people to throw to now. Like, all right, Ben.
Did you see who else said that he was coming out of retirement if that happened? And then about 2 days later,
Lev Bell.
yeah, he was in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, I don't think you're making a comeback there, buddy.
So we'll see what happens with the quarterback, man. Mason Rudolph, welcome back. I didn't really miss you, but you're our quarterback for now, bud. Congrats. You did it. I
Love the overalls.
So, players leaving the team. Najee goes to the Chargers for a year at $9.25
Yeah,
million.
someone needs to draft him in fantasy. He's gonna have a big year.
They still got Dobbins.
Nope.
Who did he go to?
There was a lot of rumors that he was coming here.
Ooh. Yeah, this one hurts.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Fields did go to the Jets. 2 years, $40 million, $30 guaranteed. We are getting a better compensatory pick for him.
We
I don't know how to say that word.
Compensation.
that's also not it.
Compensatory.
Compensatory. It's a compensation pick.
Compensatory.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Compensatory.
Yeah, try saying
we
last name.
go F yourself.
How do you say Larry's last name? If you didn't
Larry
know,
who?
If you didn't know how to say it.
Ogunjobi?
Ogunjobi.
Ogunjobi.
Jumanji. We offered him 2 years, $30 million, $20 million
Yeah.
guaranteed. I would have put up a GoFundMe because I don't have $10 million to crowdfund for the last.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is like the church, taking around the basket.
Yeah.
It's not even. We're not even a communion yet. No, this is not for that.
Yeah, this is for something. This is for something way
let's
more
put
serious.
$100 in here and pass along.
Yeah.
Dan Moore Jr. goes to the Titans. 4 years, $82 million. Have fun, Tennessee, getting all them penalties.
Well,
Will
Tennessee's also just building like the Avengers of like mid offensive linemen. They've been on a shopping.
They said, "Will, guess what, baby?
We're getting our guy.
Mason saw Dan Moore. He's like, "Get me out."
Yep. Dante Jackson went to the Chargers. 2 years, $13 million.
Him and Naj took the same flight.
Probably. James Daniels to the Dolphins. 3 years, $24 million. Larry Ogunjobi. Ogunjobi went to the Bills for a year, 8.3.
Yep.
guaranteed.
About that
He
one.
also
Suspended
can't
for
play the
6
first
games.
6 games. So.
Yeah.
I miss Lario.
You'll be missing with the Steelers for 6 games anyway, so he got suspended. Yeah, for steroids.
Mike Williams.
Yeah, 6 games.
Mike Williams, thanks for your efforts. To the Chargers, he went.
Same
Half our
flight.
team just went to the Chargers.
Guess so. 1 year, $6 million max there.
See ya.
So, welcome to the team. Obviously, we got the biggest signing of the year, Malik Harrison.
But you're forgetting one.
Yeah, no, Malik Harrison, defensive lineman.
No, we lost
He's in
Landon
linebacker,
Roberts
isn't
too.
I see ya. Huh?
He went to the Raiders.
What do you mean, Sia? He was like our best run stopper,
I'm pretty sure that was Cam.
Linebacker.
linebacker,
Oh, well, you got to specify.
and also Malik Harrison's also a linebacker.
2 years, $10 million.
We're just picking off Ravens.
Darius Slay, we signed him finally for a year, $10 million there. There was speculation that we were going to sign him, and we never really did until a few days ago. So happy we actually did end up getting him. Kenneth Gainwell got a deal. We're finalizing a 1-year contract. I didn't see if they actually signed him yet.
Yeah, they did.
they did.
He signed it. He signed yesterday or Wednesday.
Okay, good. So nice 1-2 combo there with him and Warren. Brandon Eccles,
Who?
cornerback
Played
from
for
the
the
Jets. He's supposed to be here for 2 years. I didn't see what the contract was for.
I don't think
find it
they
anywhere.
came out with the specs on it.
I saw it was finalizing 2 years, but I didn't see the money. So he was actually one that was saying get Aaron Rodgers here too. Him and Rodgers are good friends, but
No.
that's not really going to do.
The James said you could go too.
Yeah.
Today's pod is sponsored by the word no. If you know, you know. But yeah, of course, DK Metcalf. Welcome to the team, bud.
I'm buying that jersey.
Really needed a wide receiver. Really happy we got him. We acquired him in a trade with the Seahawks for a 25th, second, and late round swap. We'll take that all day. We signed him 4 years, $132 million. We'll wear number 4.
Wasn't it 5 years, $150?
I thought I was reading over the notes and I thought I did put that. I don't know where that. Maybe it was 132 mil guaranteed is where I meant to put there. But yeah, I think it is 5 years too. I don't know where that came from. Oh, you know what it was? Because I said we'll wear number 4, and I had that on my mind when I said signed. So DK Metcalf is a Steeler.
Here, Arthur Smith, help me with your playbook. Streaks.
Yeah. Toss the ball high up in the air. He'll go get it.
Yeah, it's gonna look like the Hardy Boys across the middle of the field.
David Pickens.
So, yeah, like I was saying before, we're always talking about we need wide receiver depth, and
Now we
definitely
need
got one there. Yeah, now we need a quarterback.
Could you
to throw the
imagine
ball.
bringing in a run of Russ's dudes and being like, "Hey, have fun in Cleveland"?
We'll see. I mean,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I know we keep saying no to Aaron Rodgers, but like, I didn't really want him either. But right now,
Yeah, I got the
Give me
perfect
him.
quarterback for you, Jameis Winston. He loves throwing the ball.
He also loves throwing interceptions.
yeah,
He
exactly.
prayed to not throw interceptions and throw about 6. So
I just can't wait for our quarterback to throw a pick, and you see Metcalf and Pickens fighting 2 corners nowhere near the play.
And Darnell. Don't forget Darnell.
I was gonna say
too.
Darnell will be right in there too. Slay might actually come off the sideline and off a
We're
ladder.
changing our name for the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Pittsburgh Thugs.
So, don't want to end on sad news here, but kind of, I just wanted to cover it.
But we are.
We lost a Steeler legend on the 10th, March 10th. Craig Wolfley passed away at the age of 66. Played with the Steelers from 1980 to 1989. Legendary broadcaster, silent reporter, the radio show host. Were you saying something, or did I just?
Wolf.
Oh, Wolf. Yeah. Placed 5th in the 1981 World's Strongest Man competition. Didn't even know that.
I didn't either. That's cool.
Pretty strong.
Is that the year Mark Henry won?
I don't know. What? That's actually a good question.
In 1981.
I think he
definitely
was.
not.
I want to say he's in the
Definitely
90s. I think he's in the 90s.
He actually had a boxing match against Butterbean. Do we know who that is?
I do.
I'm sure Lev Bell was
Butterbean
boxing
is
with.
probably about as wide as this table, and always wore USA trunks. But man, had a solid. Oh yeah, he'll clock you. Lost in a 4-round boxing match to him, but he also held a black belt in jiu-jitsu,
Not boxing.
not boxing. But yeah, I just want to throw it in there. RIP to Craig Wolfley, the Yinzer goat. So, but that's all I have. I mean, like I said, we got to keep our ears open on a quarterback situation potentially coming up here, hopefully in the near future. I'm
You
getting
know
tired
who
of
might
waiting.
be the only quarterback I don't want more than Aaron Rodgers is Quinn Ewers.
Oh.
I quite possibly would never watch another Steelers football game.
So, when it comes to the draft, what do we do now? Do we have to sign a quarterback going through all this drama?
Yeah, you have to sign one before the draft. You can't go
Well-
to the draft with one quarterback on your roster.
Well,
I
we have two.
understand. Yeah.
We actually have 3 if you count Boswell.
Who's the second?
Skylar
Thompson.
Thompson.
Yeah.
Never should have gotten rid of all it could do.
I was saying if Mason started. I
Super
should have
Bowl
said
champion.
that. If Mason started, like, does your whole draft perspective now change?
I think the Steelers, no matter what, are going to draft a quarterback. They have to. It's just a matter of
So
Earlier, though, is what I'm
just a
saying.
matter. Not
I
necessarily.
think it depends who's there. If you get there and Dart's there, do you reach for Dart and think,
I
okay.
do.
The other thing too is like, okay, so say you get there, right, and Mbuka's there. That's tough because that kid's gonna be great. I'm gonna collect all his PC cards.
I
So
think he's going in the top 10.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
We also have to remember we have Roman Wilson, which obviously didn't play last year.
Hey, we do have him.
Yeah, but he's from Michigan. Get out.
I don't know how to throw
Bring
the
in
ball.
Mbuka.
No.
Yeah. But then if so say you take a Mecca in the first round and then you get to the third round. Right now the mock drafts of the third round, the quarterbacks in the third round are Riley Leonard. He ain't bad. Ohio State clapped him, but he's not bad. You have Dylan Gabriel. Please do not bring him here. I do not want him. Who's the
Howard.
dude? Yeah, Will Howard. Steelers are real high on him. I saw that. And then who's the dude? Oh, Kyle McCord. Don't like him. That's really
Why? Because he left Ohio State.
no, because he sucked at Ohio State. Because
He
we
also
lost.
derailed Pitt's season.
He's still running.
I mean, I don't. The quarterbacks this year compared to the quarterbacks next year. The quarterbacks next year are a lot. Tank for Arch.
Carson Beck.
What a nightmare that dude is in. Have you seen all this stuff going on?
Yes.
His cars got stolen. definitely
Broke up
doesn't
with
have
a
a girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Like,
He might be transferring out of Miami.
Yeah.
He cheated
He
on
left-
her.
Oh yeah.
dude, he left. Could you imagine? So this was his last 2.5 months. He leaves Georgia to go to Miami of Ohio, because to be with
Miami of Florida.
Miami,
Yeah.
Florida.
yeah.
You said Ohio.
don't-
It's not a
I
rep.
was like, wait, I don't think he went to Miami of Ohio.
No, he went. So he went to Miami.
Miami, Ohio.
He went to the U to be with his 7th year senior of a girlfriend who cannot shoot a basketball to save her life. And then on top of that, he gets there, cheats on her, and gets his car stolen all within 2.5 months.
Now he
Talk
might
about being-
transfer out again.
Talk about being down bad.
Could you imagine if he goes back to
I
Georgia?
don't think you can transfer after you transferred without playing.
You can. You can pull out.
Well,
Well,
you,
Well, he,
All right. Everybody, calm down right
well,
there.
didn't that there was somebody else that did that like rescinded their commitment because he like you can de-enroll, but the thing like listen, he looks like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age, and I don't think he's a good quarterback because like there were people that if he declared for the draft, there was a lot of people that were like Steelers should get him. I'm like no,
No,
we should
please
not
don't.
get him.
That's the biggest no.
Yeah, we should send him and Drew Aller both could hold hands and take a deep dive into the Three Rivers because I don't want either one of them. Like Drew Aller's another one. People think he's going to be like right after Arch next year. That is a terrible. Name a Penn State quarterback that came out of there that was good. Trace McSorley signing free autographs at Clubhouse Cards on Sunday. So that's where I'm at on the quarterback talk.
As far as like our first round pick, where are we standing? Who do we need to draft? Like not a
Best
player,
available.
but position.
best available.
Oh,
Yeah.
if in the first, if Dart's there, I'd take him. If Dart's gone, I would take Ibuka if he's there.
Before we got Slay, I would say a cornerback, but
I still say a D lineman. You got to get somebody for Cam.
I don't think you go first round though.
You could get Howard.
You could
Cross.
get a really decent
late.
defensive lineman in the first round. I mean, that's for anybody, any position. But I mean, you got to think about. Well, it sucks because we need a lot.
yeah, probably.
But
Like
when
Douglas
Cam
said,
leaves, like
best
that's
available.
a huge chunk of our defense. I'm not talking about his size, but like that is literally a huge chunk of our defense leaving that is not easy to replace. So
You know what I want to know?
What you're thinking?
What are we gonna do at punter? Because we have the punt god coming back that never, that literally never puts down a football. Chris-
Trade one of them for
Yeah.
a first round pick.
And then you who's the Waitman?
Waitman.
yeah.
And he was
Corliss Waitman.
and he was pretty decent. So like, what are you gonna do there? Are you
Maybe
gonna?
one of them are quarterback.
what was everybody punt, pass, and kicks punt record here? Because maybe we can go out there and do that. A little punt.
It is
All I
weird.
remember is the preseason game we went to. Preseason, he's just like, "All right, Coons, get down. We're practicing."
He's like, oh,
The entire
Yeah,
game.
Nosh was like shadow boxing on a sideline. I was just like, "What is going on?" here?"
Cordero Patterson throwing balls into the stands.
Yeah, he was.
Dude, I told you. I was there. I gave that story. Cordell Powers. He was throwing balls, like literally, all the way up to the wall.
That's our quarterback.
They were in our section. We were literally.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Did you
around
see the
them.
8-year-old that got beaten in the nose?
yeah, that was in our section.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like dude was on like on his phone. He's like, "Oh, hold on, I gotta do something real quick." He tosses the ball and not even close to the field. It just poof, little kid right in the right in the teeth, and just. I need that ball.
You know what else? Speaking of kids getting plastered in the face, the MLB home run derby. Watching that when kids are running towards the ball like this,
Yep.
I'm like, oh, you have a very
You know
strong
that
chance
thing's knuckling.
getting that right in your your clock's getting cleaned coming in. That ball's coming out 800 miles off the bat from Pete Alonso, and your glove is like not in the right
They
position.
gotta buy the Mega Mitt from the bench warmers to be able to.
I think they
guarantee
should just get the
safety.
hamburger Helfer soccer gloves.
That'll work too.
Speaking of baseball, home run derby,
Hell yeah.
a couple months away still.
Mm.
We're in the thick of spring training. A lot of news of the Pirates. Any drama, Tiggs?
I don't. Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, maybe not for the Pirates. However,
Oh.
the Blue Jays are apparently $50 million off of what Vladdy wants, which is apparently pushing $500 million. Which I honestly
Damn.
don't think he's worth that. Sorry, Dill.
I would agree. So the contract was they're $50 million off over the span of like 13 years or whatever it was.
It's like
So
$6 million.
it's like $3.5 million a year is what they're off on.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would
Close.
agree. I mean, I don't like contracts these days. So yep, carry the 3.
I feel like I don't know. Like
I'm saying like 35.
He's like the biggest player you've had in a long time,
Carlos Delgado.
and he's like
Troy
what?
Tulowitzki.
And he's young. Carlos Beltran,
Jose Reyes.
dude. Jose Reyes. I don't know. I feel like I would.
Jose Batista.
I feel like I would. You either have to trade him, like coming up this year, and hope that he signs an extension with whoever he does, Pirates.
I'm told you I'm there. I'm
Dylan's getting season
holder.
tickets for his contract. Right
Dill's in the first seat on first base side.
Vladdy.
Dill said I'm not getting the ballpark pass. Gets a notification. Blue Jays trade Vlad Guerrero to the Pirates. Dill's like, ballpark pass. I'm back.
Ballpark, I'm buying full season. I'm quitting work. I'm quitting everything. I'm being there every day.
They do the ballpark every year.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because they didn't say anything about that yet. I was getting kind of nervous.
Well, you cancel it.
It's the only way I
they
can afford
didn't ask
games.
you.
I know games are like $13.
Corey will make it till August, then he'll stop.
Yeah, just about.
Just get the flex plan.
Go to the firework nights. Anyway,
Yeah, moving on from there. Actually, what were you saying about the Red Sox? Because I guess I missed that.
so he's gonna talk that
I think they were talking about Rafael Devers, who's also at third base.
Yeah.
He said
Big
he
drama
might be
there.
open to getting traded now.
He
Oh,
doesn't.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to DH or play anywhere else. He wants to play
Yeah.
third base.
Yeah, he
He's
said
play
he-
for the Pirates.
Is that Bregman, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they signed Bregman, and just put Bregman as second.
We're short.
But does
They
Bregman
have,
want to play third? Is that the whole thing?
Well, he came in and Bregman was like, "I'll play wherever. Like, I don't care." And then I think
So
they
why is it a
told
big deal?
they told Devers like, "Hey, we might put him at third."
And Devers is like,
Endeavor-
I'm not moving.
Yeah, Devers like, you know who you're talking to.
So that's on management then. Like, why would you make drama out of your best players?
I don't. Devers ain't moving.
And I don't even know what I was talking about. There is drama.
Stroud.
The Rays are now ditching their new stadium in St. Petersburg,
Yeah.
and now the whole future of the team is up in the air.
So here's my question
It's 'cause
about
of
the
hurricanes.
Rays, right?
Take the roof off.
They are trying to force
Yeah.
the owner to sell the team.
yeah,
Why can't they do that to the
I
damn
don't-
Pirates?
because nobody thinks about the Pirates.
They should start thinking about them.
Everybody
We
just
have
knows.
a generational talent, the best pitcher at starting baseball. I don't care what anyone says about Shohei Ohtani. He is the best pitcher in baseball, and we are not forcing Bob Nunning to sell the team.
Bob Nunning's just sending money to.
Well, how's he
the
gonna
MLB,
produce that shit
apparently.
whiskey?
Instead of buying players, he's actually just sending all that money to Rob Manfred, so he leaves him alone.
That could happen.
He's paying him under the table.
But I don't know. I know that there is a lot of rumors circulating around Nashville getting a team. So if the Rays go,
Can we make that happen before, man?
they might go to Nashville.
Dude, Nashville with a baseball team?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
And then finally, we have the new
This is
era
great.
hat debacle.
This is great.
Do you see how much they're selling for? on
They're
eBay?
no
They're
The Texas Rangers one?
the Tatas.
Yeah.
a grand.
$1,000 on eBay.
What?
Yes.
Hold on.
Are you being for real?
I
Yes.
swear,
Because they
$1,000
took
on
them
eBay.
off the website. So
Oh,
whoever
yeah.
got
So now
them,
it's a-
they were
yeah,
just
now it's
selling
a
them.
Wait till
rare hat.
people start buying the Angels one.
Dude, I'm about to go down the what's it?
Century 3.
Yeah, what's that?
Southwest
Oh
Village.
wait, isn't
Rally
the
House.
Angels?
Caps? No, what's that? What's
Lids.
that?
Lids.
I'm about to go to Lids.
I'm
Can
about
you
to
put
go
a
to
giant
Jackets.
ass T right here so it says Tatas?
Yeah.
Make me 10 so I can
Yeah,
sell.
you got the Tatus, the A&Ls, you got Bowman.
There you go.
the A's were
Is
ass,
it still
right?
a grand?
No. 720.
Oh, we're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
$720,000.
The Bowman one might be my favorite.
Or the A's that just says ass. Like, I want to know who is sitting in like the whatever is it New Era that did them?
Oh, they were probably pissing
Yeah,
themselves
yeah, right.
doing that.
Who approved them? Is the better
Who's
question.
looking at them and they're like, that looks sick.
Dude, these
They
are
went up
so
to the
cool.
graphic designer and was like, yeah, just put the logo over there somewhere. The graphic designer's like, oh, I got you.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like a lot. I feel like a lot. Like New Era has a lot of sick hats, and there's a lot of hats in the universe. But some of them are so ugly. Like so ugly.
The Pirates one's not even cool. I don't even like the Pirates one. It had like Pittsburgh going from left to right and the Pirate logo in the middle. Just
What happened to like simple hats? Like which one do I have?
we gotta
Oh, I have all
be
black right now?
better.
Which one do I have?
Well, I
He's
have,
like, I don't even have a logo on this
I have
one.
3
Okay.
drawers of hats.
No.
But like you're telling me that we couldn't just do something simple? We had to make it size 72 font and put words on it that don't even look like the team words. What?
No. Well, they came out with those like quadruple XL hats that like what were those called? Like the big hats.
There's
the ones that the teams weren't even allowed to use as celebrations.
Right.
We have a diet pizza one.
So, yeah, I don't know. Always gotta bring new things to your common items.
Go to
It's
simple. Just simple self.
Yeah, moving on to the Bucs here. MLB pipeline rankings came out finally. We got this is out of like the top 100 prospects. Bubba's ranked number 15.
Or shit.
Connor Griffin,
No.
43.
Connor Griffin.
Yeah, I don't know how
Griffin.
they got auto-corrected. Thomas Harrington, 79. And Termarr still getting disrespected at number 82.
Because he's 5'8".
Bubba and Connor Griffin have been lighting it up in spring training. Obviously, we covered Connor Griffin got his first career home run. He had that diving catch in center that was pretty sweet.
That was awesome.
He's a freak athlete, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
be
not a
exciting
good
to see how this year goes for him in the minors. Just bring him up, actually. What do we have to lose?
Honestly.
Dude,
His eligibility.
we're in like the new era of Pittsburgh sports. We're gonna have these two, Skeens, the Russian machine.
Carson Beck.
Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Rylan Wilson.
And then as far as the actual roster goes, Matt Gorski and Joey Bart are the surprises of spring training so far. Joey Bart's just continuing where he left off last year. I think he's hitting what?
Is that a surprise though?
Yeah, I mean, what? Obviously, he was. Well, I think he was either a number 2 pick in whatever
number 2.
draft it was for the Giants, and he just never kind of figured it out. Kind of like how Henry Davis is right now.
We also talked previously about Joey Bart. Is they just rushed him. That was the year I think the Jays mentioned a couple podcasts ago that Buster Posey retired.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a catcher, so they just said, "Here you go."
Yeah.
It was 2001, I think, is when he came out.
2021, you mean?
Yes.
2001 might have been Buster Posey.
I don't know what it was.
I think Posey was probably like 05 or 06.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have categorized that as a surprise. Gorski, though, start him at first.
I think, well, that's what Sam had mentioned to us, that he thinks that Gorski probably will be our opening day first baseman with Horwitz being out.
I thought Adam Frazier was going to take that.
He's still good. They're still tied.
Give me a break with all
Yeah,
that.
batting all 140.
But yeah, Gorski's killing it right now. He's hitting 400 through 15 games, has, 4 home runs,
He's on
12
Kevin Newton
RBIs.
Mhm.
Then opening day comes and he's batting 066.
Probably. I mean, there definitely is hope for this year now that Andy Haynes is gone. Maybe Matt Haig actually can teach people how to hit.
Dude has sweet hair.
Danny V's teach people how to hit. Let's be real.
Also, a few other surprises. I mean, I'm not even going to get my hopes up. Ji-Hwan Bae, because now he's just 100% going to be on the roster probably most of the year, and he's still going to be hitting 200 and getting caught stolen 40 times.
I don't think he makes opening day roster.
It's hard to say. However,
I'm
big
gonna
one
throw
here.
up. I'm going to throw up.
Jack Sawinski.
He got the Tristan Jarry treatment.
If he hits a
For
home
spring training?
if he hits a home run opening day, Corey's got to catch that ball.
If Jack Sawinski hits a home run opening day,
You're actually
take your
Shirt's
vote.
coming off.
No, listen.
your
Hear
shirt's
me out.
coming off again?
you're walking into the
Everyone's-
room.
everyone's gonna see what's going on.
10. $50 on Sawinski home run opening day. Home opener.
He would
I
have to
ain't
pay
doing
himself $10.
I can get a burrito at Chipotle. That's more
then we split
valuable than that.
He's got to be at like,
Stinks.
Plus 400.
I was going to say probably 500.
Yeah.
$50 on
I'm
that?
down to do that for somebody else.
He's on the Graves train. He's on the Graves
I'm about to
number.
do it for Gorski.
I don't know. I mean, we can only hope he does because he's going to probably be in right field or left, wherever Reynolds is not. I don't even know where
Right
Reynolds is
field.
going this year.
All right,
And we
Reynolds
gotta-
is in left, isn't he?
I think they might have moved him to right.
Fam's in left.
He's been in right
Yeah.
for all the spring training games.
as he's
I've seen.
MF and everybody.
Fam's been in right.
Has he?
Fam was in right when he was MF and fans.
Yeah, but I think he'll play in left and Reynolds will play in right.
Gotcha.
Little DH cuts.
Yeah, there's more shade in right.
Reynolds is already getting the soft treatment just so because we can't lose his bat. So wherever he wants to play, he's playing.
He's like, I actually want to play DH. So
Actually, put him in short. Get
they
out
said,
of
Kutch, get your glove.
Yeah, because he wanted to move to first, and they were like, "No, actually, you can't play first. Adam Frazier can, though."
Yeah. Career utility guy can play.
And then moving on from there, pitching's been a little iffy so far, but there has been a few bright spots. Jones looks good. His stuff looks great. His stuff plus probably does look great.
Did him and Skeens both out of pitch?
Yeah.
Skeens at it too. He has like a
Skeens has
cutter.
like 12 pitches now.
Yeah, he has like a cutter, and they're calling it a sweeper. But I thought he already. Oh no, that was Mitch that added that however long ago. But
Eddie
Someone go grab the
Yean.
microwave upstairs.
yeah,
Eddie Yean looks like he's gonna make the bullpen here. He's been pitching lights out in
I
spring
think
training.
they just put him on the minor league.
Did they?
Yeah.
You know, every minute changes. So
That was
what
like
would
4
you
days
say?
ago. Time is time.
Time is time.
No, time takes time.
Time takes time.
1, 2.
And Keller's been consistent with what he usually is.
That's Corey's favorite part.
complete ass. That's how. Consistent.
Wait till we get him in Stroman on opening day.
I would actually probably leave. That would actually probably get me to go.
Got a couple questions here.
We're literally skin tight.
We ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, after what you've seen so far, who's the player you're most excited for in 2020?
Oh, don't worry, guys. I got this. Bubba. I'm done.
Is this
Just say-
Pirates organization or MLB?
Just anybody who you think's gonna play in 2025.
Bubba.
For the Pirates. Like, you're not counting, like, AAA, AA.
Who's going to play in PNC Park?
Oh, okay.
Tawny.
Key Brian Hayes.
That's a good pick. That's a good
Yeah,
pick.
he's hurt already though.
Yeah. I just want to see that new swing of his. See if it gets put to good use.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Cruz just because I'm excited to see what he can do in a full season now in center field.
He covers up the entire outfield if he has to.
It's tough. Most excited to see in 2025. Huh.
Jalapeno Hannah.
That's what I was going to say.
Don't actually apply to be jalapeno.
I sent that application for a pierogi runner. You should have taken it.
We should do that as charity. The 5 of us.
Yeah, right. I get a 18-mile head start.
It's like the freeze game, or what's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
freeze.
Braves do.
That dude's fast as shit.
I'm going to say Nikki G.
I thought he was going to say Endy.
I was going to say Andy too, but
Also a good pick.
I feel like you're gonna get maybe, if you're lucky, 3/4 of a season of Andy in the pros. I still to this day, like I said on last podcast, think he's going to start AAA this year. I don't think it's a good idea to start him in the majors. Just like I said, coming off Tommy John, and you obviously have a influx of catcher, which isn't necessarily a bad thing to have, but one player that I'm not excited to see, but more looking forward to see if a bounce back year is Colin Holderman.
We definitely need it.
Yeah, because
If Bednar's going to be
Dave's
shitting,
not.
yeah. If he's going to be non-productive this year, Holderman is definitely going to be
Another
a
guy
big
too
need.
is Kyle
Nichols.
Nichols. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that he could be our closer if he just has more control.
Definitely needs more control.
I mean, we saw that in that Skeens debut, no control.
See it all. Oh yeah.
But I feel like that's a guy.
What do you walk? Like 6 straight batters?
4.
Then the
Ugh.
rain delay, so that helped him.
Yeah.
Then we came out, new pitcher, walk 3.
Was that the game where like they couldn't even get the water drained in the
No,
outfield?
that was later in the year.
Okay.
No, we were up in the club seats though, right next to the suite with Livy Dunn, and for Colby's bachelor party, we were like, "That's not his fault. What? It's slippery out there." Meanwhile, Colby's like, "That dude sucks."
And then finally here with opening day being, I believe, 14 days away.
It's about 2.5 weeks.
I thought it was like the 28th.
It's like 13th, so like 2.5 weeks.
Did we
Today's the
start like the
14th.
first 2 weeks of the season away, right? Ugh.
Yeah, we
Gross.
play in Tampa and Miami.
Hey Siri, when's MLB opening day?
Apparently,
You summoned mine.
apparently, Siri has hearing aids.
No, I told her to shut up. I'm not you.
He said if I say it loud enough, someone's phone will pick it up.
Yeah, Court's upstairs picked it up.
I was just gonna say.
Court's texting Zach like, "What is Tiggs yelling about?"
But anyways, record predictions.
I was
Corey's favorite.
So when you jumping in, like, what number is the jump-in number?
I'm never doing it again. I didn't have to the first time. I'm never doing it now.
They'll pick the easy math numbers.
Yeah, you did.
I was closest last year.
Do I think we win more? Yeah. Is it by a lot? I don't know. Well, I don't want to say 80 just to be with Dill. You know what? I'm feeling confident. Give me 85. And then whatever the math is on.
85 and 79.
Thank you.
No,
No.
77.
77.
Yeah.
sorry, 162, not 164.
I was actually flipping Dills. I was going to do 82 and 80.
Be positive. Have a winning record.
There's no positivity in the
He said,
Pittsburgh
"Aye,
Pirates.
aye, aye, aye."
Ain't gonna get it from me, son.
79 and 83.
Woo! Yell at him for not being positive. He's in the sevens.
I am standing by my prediction from last year.
He's going 92.
90 and 72, and if they do, I will jump in the river.
Chat
Naked.
clip that.
That's crazy. Damn.
90 wins.
I can't wait to get 80.
What did we have last year?
We had the same record, so
Okay.
we were what, 76 and 86?
So they're going to win 14 more.
Yeah.
Just play Skeens 14 more times.
Well, he'll be starting a lot more, I think.
So yeah, we'll see. 85 and 17. That's a crazy record.
Yinzer Palooza this year. We play the effing White Sox. That's dumb.
Probably because of
The poop.
when the Phillies were scheduled, I guess.
I don't know.
But
Not
the
that I.
MLB should be like, yeah, sure, we could just make
Who's
that
your
happen.
guys' bobblehead predictions for the last two?
Tommy fan.
Who are the ones that were announced besides Skeens?
That was it.
Wait, there's only doing
Jones
3
will probably
bobbleheads?
Get one.
Huh?
They're only doing 3 bobbleheads?
Yeah.
Well, I guess 4, because isn't that Parrot one, the WWE one, going to be a bobblehead?
So you have to get. It's like a
Is that the-
special ticket plan.
It's like
same
the
thing
Penguins do?
Yeah.
But to be fair, shout out to Ken's. I'm sending her to that game. The first 20,000 people get something with the Pirates and WWE together, and I don't care what it is. I'll definitely get it. But like the Yinzer Palooza one, last year we did Wiz. Okay, great, whatever. It needs to be Mac Miller. I don't know why we're parading around the fact that it needs to be that. That's the. What do you think? Did you see it?
He doesn't. He really doesn't have legs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you think we were
That's it
joking?
right there. You thought I was kidding?
Oh no, I've never seen what was coming out for him.
Well,
That looks like you.
Well, he's never seen legs either.
Why is his?
No, the bobblehead.
Oh. I was talking about I've never seen my legs.
That is just that's pathetic.
I'm like, no, your legs are over there. I can see them from here.
It says first 20,000 fans. You're only gonna get 16,000 at that fucking
I
stadium.
mean, it's a cool concept, I guess.
Yeah, I just
Did
for
you say-
his first bobblehead, that's what we decided to go
you say
with.
it comes with cards.
No,
No.
it's the concept.
It comes
of
with a
like
Skeens
card.
101.
No.
Yeah,
That was their concept.
One of them.
was
One of them
like-
comes with a
was
Skeens
like a
101
card.
inside.
Oh,
I just the Yinzer Palooza one. We need to stop parade. It'll be Joe Manganiello, and we'll be pissed. But like, why are we parade? It should have been Mac last year, not Wiz. And like, whatever. Like Wiz just, I'm not in high school at Central. It was either you were on the side of Wiz Khalifa or you were on the side of Mac Miller, and I was not on the side of Wiz Khalifa, and I'm still not.
how many people did you kill?
Not many.
In hockey, though? A lot.
A lot.
I think that the other 2 bobbleheads will probably be Jared Jones. I feel like he's getting one without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm selling that.
You really good double pitcher?
Who
They-
else? Who else on the team?
They just did,
Did they do-
Bednar, Cruz, Kutch,
What about Reynolds?
Hayes. They just
they
did
do
Reynolds. Reynolds is up there. They
They
did
did-
Keller, Star Wars. They did Keller, Star Wars, Bednar, Hayes, Reynolds, Cruz, and Wiz.
Derek Shelton.
Right.
Yeah, you know where I'm throwing that
Everyone's
thing?
catching
Right
that
in
on
the trash.
fire.
Right in the
yeah.
Allegheny.
Jared Jones, and I'm going to go with
Autistic.
Hank. I still think that it would be cool if they did a dual bobblehead of a pitcher and a catcher.
Yeah, like they did with.
Back in the Ryan Doman era.
No, they did Steve Blass. They did Steve Blass and Manny,
Yes.
and it was the Manny's mask came off because he had the pull away catcher's mask, and then they had the triple one with Duffy, Domit, and Duke. That was sick. And then they also had a double one. I think it was Mike Gonzalez and Ronnie Polino.
I think that they should do a dual Jared Jones and Bart Davis, whoever.
Instead of just,
Skeens and Grandal. Bring back Ben Grandal.
outside of that, like, I mean, just rattling off names. IKF's not getting one. Tommy Pham's not getting one.
IKF
Sawinski's
can't
not
even
getting
show
one.
up to get to the week.
Gonzalez isn't getting one.
Andy probably not yet.
I don't think yet.
Key got one, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, Key got one like
I can't.
2 years ago.
He's the backwards glove, right?
Yeah.
That was his.
So it's like you're running out of options because you're not gonna do another bobblehead. I mean, the Penguins did it with Yager last year and this year, but they also did that in commemorative of the Stanley Cup.
You could always actually do one for a legend, like just a.
They did
random
Dave
Pirates.
Parker last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can always
Nate
do
McLeod.
Jason Bay.
Barry Bonds should get it.
No,
Why?
cheater.
Bob Walk bobblehead.
They already have one of him.
Oh, do they?
Didn't they come out with one of
They
him
did.
falling
It
out of
was
the?
him falling out of
It
the
was
chair.
him falling out of the chair.
That's good.
Yeah, he fell out of the chair. Yeah.
Greg
They're-
Brown.
I don't think that their promotions this year are like great.
You got firework night and dog night.
Wasn't in the budget.
Drone night.
Dollar hot dog night.
The drones,
Drones
are
are
sweet.
sweet.
'Cause
Did
they
you ever
always
see
did
one of those?
Marvels.
The
Yeah,
drone
did
shows?
The Marvels
Oh,
super
yeah.
thing. So sick.
Before we wrap up our episode here with our hot takes, just wanted to shout out to James, five-time PIRHL champion.
Yeah, just
Hell
like
yeah.
I said at the end of last time, I said I would sit here and have 5, and here I am with 5.
You should have wore all your medals. You dropped the ball.
Dude, I
Should've
want
wore his rings, I guess. Like
I
Tom
want.
Brady.
I don't get rings. I wish I did. I was so close to walking into the office where I work and just walking into Bird's office, just like Michael Phelps. I actually told him I was going to bring in all 4 because so when you win, you get banners and they have like your team names on them. So I have them in my storage unit because I just haven't been to the school to give them to the school yet. And what I do is like when we get our banners, I let everybody that was like part of the team sign it, and then I give it to the school because they are gonna hang them in the gym. So I want like our names aren't on it, so I'm like, this is a way to put them on. Yeah, shout out to Alec Banks and
Ethan
Filter and Mike.
That was a stress. Game 2 was a lot more stressful than game 1, and
Under
we
the
were losing
lights,
game
too,
1,
was great.
huh?
Under the lights. 'Cause
Dude,
it was like a 6 o'clock
game 2 was probably, I would say, I talked to like the team before, but like that was probably the most stressed I've ever been coaching was game 1 and game 2. Game 2 was definitely like we were winning 4-1, 3-1. They came all the way back, tied at 5-5, and I took a timeout. They all come over and they're just like, I'm like, we just gotta calm down. I was like, we gotta just breathe here.
You were up 5-1. You said
We were up 4-1.
4-1.
But in game 1, we were losing 2-0. We started really slow. Like Mike looked a little bit shaky. I think he was a little bit nervous. And then we came all the way back. Melf took a shot with 40 seconds left that literally bounced. It was like a knuckle puck that came right off the goalie, right onto Big E's stick, just caked in the slot. I was like, oh, thank God. And then, the second game, we were winning 3-1 with 3 minutes left. It ended up getting tied 5-5. I took a timeout. They all come over, and I'm just like, all right, guys, well, you got to treat this like this is the last 3 minutes of your playing career at Central. And when I tell you it happened right off the face-off, it happened right off the face-off. We won the face-off. I think E won the face-off. It went back to Noah, went rimmed around the boards to Melf. And in my head, I'm like, send this forward, send this forward, send this forward. He sends it forward. It took like 2 Polar Express bell drops right through Butler's defender's legs. And
Black Panther.
that was all straight out because Big AB took that all the way down there. He texted me. He's like, I've watched that goal over like 4 or 5 times. I was like, yeah, me too, buddy. Dill sent me a video that we were on the rink afterwards, and I walked over to him. I said thank you. He was like, yeah. I was like, I might kiss you right on the mouth.
Is he 18?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Did what?
Dude, how about his dad?
Oh, that was wild.
I didn't tell you guys this. So, Mr. Banks, big old Dolphus, he had a shirt made that said 2024-2025 Central Catholic Vikings with the Central logo, like, champions. I was like,
Big balls.
Biz was like, I would never in 100 years. Dude, they did everything wrong. Like, first off, that happened. Melf cut his whole hair off. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah,
Banks' dad almost sent that shirt to Africa like they do in the Super Bowl.
I was just like, He walked on the rink. I was standing with Biz and Steve.
Was
I'm
he
like,
wearing it during the game?
yes, he had it on the whole game. He had a jacket on because like I saw him and he had a jacket on, and then he took his jacket off when they came on the rink. And I like Biz was like, here. I said, dude, does Mr. Banks' shirt say what I think it does? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, that's crazy. I said, I would never. And then Adult League tried to kick us off. First off, you play in the NDL League. Like, relax. You have to put these on Instagram. We just won a high school 1 championship. How about this? We'll bench warmers it. We'll play for the rink. Like, this team will smoke you. Get out. So, yeah. But congratulations to my team. They did a great job.
Congrats to you.
Like Gino. Congratulations to me.
I didn't.
So we're going to end with our hot take here, as always. I'm going to keep the theme with Pitt Wrestling here. I'm going to say that Pitt will have a wrestler place the top 3 at the national championships
When are those?
this weekend.
When do they conclude?
Sunday.
Oh, so it's all weekend.
Yeah, it's just Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Got it.
They wrestle Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is the championship. And then they always have the consolation matches at night.
Loser bracket.
Dill?
I'm going to say a number 1 or number 2 seed will lose in the first round.
Couldn't be Duquesne.
What are you laughing at, bud?
I said it couldn't be Duquesne.
I need you to calm your fucking pants over there.
He's hyped up on pre-workout. He's like, "What did you just?"
I'm hyped.
He's having a sugar rush with all those
nerds.
fucking nerds. Yeah.
that he spilled over the ground.
Hey, there's only like 7 over here.
Jimmy?
I said Raquel's going to be a 40 goal scorer within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know when the next date is, so that's why I put that there.
Corey?
Rolling kind of with Dill here. I'm going with 2 number 11 seeds will beat their number 5 seed opponent.
Can't wait till it's 1.
I love the 11-5 games.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Love them.
Aren't they?
Does
It
it
starts-
say 2
starts
or
next
more?
Thursday.
Or does it say 2?
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Isn't it 5 and 12?
It is 5 and 12.
Yeah.
6 and 11
and
then?
4.
11
No, it's
6.
It's
I thought it was 5.
It's definitely 5 and 12.
4 and 12. Or wait.
No, it's not.
It's 2 and
4 and
15.
13.
2 11 seeds are going to the
5
next
and
round.
12.
Okay.
Okay, wait. How about
11
a
and
3
6.
man?
It's 11
You're
and
saying
6.
2 exactly. You're saying 2 or more. We got.
Pirates are winning the World Series.
He asked a question.
What?
Clarification?
Is it 2 or more? Or does it have to be exactly 2?
2 11 seed teams.
Okay,
Oh,
that's all.
Oh my God! You imagine when 3 goes.
Ouch.
2. You said 2.
No.
I could have put the word at least,
All right, we're gonna wrap this up before you change your mind again.
but I didn't.
All right, Tiggs.
Bobby Moe's winning in the round of 64.
Get smacked.
Hey, the great Kevin Garnett once said,
Oh, Jesus.
"Anything is possible."
I mean,
I'm
I'm
just
pulling
quoting
for
a
him.
bunch of legends: Nate Dawson, Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, they're definitely in the same bracket.
And any last words? Get in or get out, and we'll see you next time.
What a pro wants. What a pro needs.
Fucking hot. Boom! I'll grab it. Hands.
Aaron Rodgers. We were just talking about football.
Hot start.
Yep. We can cut that out and restart.
Speaking of looking better than ever, that hat goes hard, Tiggs. I like it.
Tell you.
We're the ones. You're the twos.
Next.